This is why I'm eating a tofu pad thai instead of a chicken pad thai.
Same.
Because I care deeply, and that's about the extent of my willingness to be an active protester of the meat industry.
If we continue down this path, we risk losing the consent of the British people.
Taxing meat, compulsory car sharing and 7 bins. These are key policies that Rishi Sunak wants to relax in his net zero agenda. But are these policies actually real, and who has 7 bins? Have you even heard of a meat tax?
No, I haven't heard.
Never.
No.
I read about it yesterday, by which I mean I read the headline yesterday and then didn't scroll through because it looked a bit boring.
No.
Have you heard of compulsory car sharing?
No.
No, but that seems a bit compulsory. It's a bit much, isn't it?
No.
I've heard of that, yes.
You have? And what are your thoughts on that?
I don't see it working. Everyone's got their individual schedule. It's like bringing someone into your home.
I think we should get tandem bicycles, is what we should do. Compulsory tandem bicycles.
And what about having 7 bins? How many bins do you even have?
I go 1.5 actually. One is big, one is like small box.
How about 2, 3?
Are they going to be free or are they going to cost? It's the question.
I
So I'm
cannot
currently
tell you.
paying-
Well, he says he wants to get rid of them, so.
I've got 2 bins.
I've got 2.
I struggle to keep up with that.
What would you do with 7?
I don't know. I don't even have a space for that.
Has anyone heard of a meat tax, compulsory car sharing, and 7 bins? Who even has 7 bins? What do you think of Rishi Sunak relaxing key policies for net zero? Do you think he should?
It shouldn't, because the government promised the people of Britain they stop manufacturing all these petrol diesel cars, so now they're changing their mind, and obviously it will affect on the climate change. They shouldn't lie to the people.
I mean, if we're moving backwards, I don't see how we could ever get to that point.
Do you think that we should be doing more to help climate change?
I think we should, yeah. And the challenge he's got is it's not going to be popular because it will cost people money. And if you're wanting to get or to keep in power, it's quite a tricky, you've got to time it right. So it's a good idea, they've just got to be careful, and it's setting expectations to me. Set the right expectations and people will be comfortable.
Yeah, everyone could do a bit more.
I think everyone can do a bit more, but I don't think policies can enforce it. It has to come from your own personal understanding of you want to do better.
There's other countries doing much worse. I think we should attend to them before we stipulate it on other people in the UK.
I guess some might say people look at the UK as sort of a leading light in terms of tackling climate change, things like that. Do you think that maybe we should be upholding that reputation?
I think we're doing pretty well. I think we're breathing good air. I'm from Nigeria. If you go there, you'll see the difference in the way the countries are.
Would you be interested in any of these policies?
I think the meat tax is quite a good one. It depends to the level, because obviously you can go too far. So they're going to have to try and pitch it at the right level for the right reasons. Compulsory car sharing is probably a little bit too draconian, because not everyone can for whatever reason. And 7 bins, I'd have to know what each one's for it to make sense.
So would you want to have a meat tax, for example?
I mean, no, as less tax as possible.
I'd go more.
One of Rishi Sunak's main arguments for doing this is that it's going to cost the public more by doing all these changes for climate change. Would you be willing to pay more in order to try and tackle climate change?
Nobody willing to pay, but obviously you have no choice to pay, because it will affect on people. The climate obviously is worsening every year. All the floods and all these things, they obviously people will pay for more than soy and cheese. Obviously, the more damages, so it will affect on the people's pocket,